clinician with their doctor one-on-one to have that discussion. So I'm hearing what you're saying, that maybe countries have moved very quickly to new policies. I think we continually need to engage with policymakers and implementers in countries. So thank you for raising it, and we can have some more chats afterwards, Barbara. In terms of drugs that have been cycled out, as it were, and there's lots of excitement, as Kenneth was saying now, in this part of the world with the new TLD, dolutegravir with the backbone of tenofovir and lamivudine, which is a once-a-day drug, very easy to take. People are very excited and very cheap. It does not mean that the antivirals we had before are no good. It doesn't mean that they don't exist anymore. So I think it is very important that we keep things in context. I have patients who tell me, and you will be surprised to hear this, who are on stavudine, and they hang on to stavudine because it's what saved their lives, and they never want to go off it because now that's a drug, D4T, we've moved on, we've said that isn't a drug we want to use anymore. But if the individual has belief and faith in this thing, who am I? At the end of the day, it's client-centered. No? We go for the client and we make sure that we give the best treatment for that individual. But I'm pleased to say science goes on, and drugs are improving all the time. So we keep bringing the information of new drugs, what are the benefits, what are the lack of benefits, and those of you, again, who are perhaps on the clinical side, I really advise you look on the internet for an important document called Fit for Purpose by Polly Claydon. It's a very nice description of how we've moved to the first line we're using today and what some of the benefits and non-benefits of the other drugs are. But it is not to say the treatments that we have used in the past don't work or aren't important to us. So thank you for raising how we message things, because our patients are very sensitive and protective of the things that saved their lives in the past, and we should know that. Comment at the back.
Thank you very much. Perfect. Thank you. Good morning. It's actually an afternoon. Good afternoon. Or should I say in French, bonjour tout le monde. That's the French I learned that years ago. All right, so we'll take you through an exciting session, summary of what was discussed in IAS. As you're told, it's a 3-day meeting, conference, and I'm supposed to do it in 25 minutes, so quite extraordinary, but I've picked some selected talks that I think could form some good discussions. But before I do that, I want to introduce the IAS Educational Fund for those who may not know or those who have not attended meetings organized by the IAS Educational Fund. Is that this has come up because of the rapid pace of scientific discovery in care of people living with HIV and AIDS, and requires clinicians and HIV service providers to remain continually up to date on the recent discoveries. So in 2016, the IAS launched the IAS Educational Fund to provide educational training to providers, especially who are on front line, clinicians, nurses, pharmacists, who are not ordinarily able to find time to attend conferences, to write abstracts, to attend conferences. And it does several things. In addition to what Professor Rita Gail Baker has already mentioned, is that it provides scholarships to clinicians and HIV service providers to attend IAS meetings. And in 2019, 135 clinicians, many of also from sub-Saharan Africa, were able to attend the IAS meeting in Mexico. Then it also provides fellowships to support the training of experts in HIV service delivery. So once you go to the website, you'll find a fellowship known as Mark Weinberg Fellowship, which started in 2018, and it's a 2-year fellowship, and gets one clinician from sub-Saharan Africa and matches that clinician with one from Europe. Then we also have Press Fellowship Program. Again, journalists also get an opportunity to go and attend the IAS meetings and usually get about 2 fellowships. And most importantly,